Hi Virgo, my fellow Virgos. I am here to give you your November 2017 reading. Um, I did all the water signs, and I was like, Virgo. Um, Not because I'm a Virgo, but that's just what I'm feeling. So let's get to it. I have already shuffled and cut the cards. This is my African Tarot deck that I'm using, and I didn't shuffle on camera, not because I'm being shady. I promise I haven't pulled anything. I just don't like to have to shuffle on camera because it's a process for me. I never know how long it's going to take, and I don't want you to just be sitting and wasting your time waiting on me. That's not fair to you. It's a waste of time. And so with the magic of technology, I'm going to just cut that out for you. So I am going to be pulling 3 cards. The first card is 10 to 12 days, the first 10 to 12 days of November. The second card will be the middle 10 to 12 days. And then the third card will be the middle 10 to 12 days. The third card will be the last 10 to 12 days of November 2017. So I'm going to pull, we'll talk, and then I have one more card that I'm going to pull as an advice for the month. Again, this is for Pisces. Sorry. Y'all, I'm trying. Thank you. This is for Virgo 2017 November. All right, so first we have the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. I pulled this in another reading. Don't remember which one. I just remember seeing the card. We have the Moon, which is cute as all get out in this particular deck with the dog smiling. None of the cards have a lot of animals on them like that, and so it's just really interesting where they're like the focal point. So I think it's, when I say cute, I mean like they're trying to be cutesy. The dogs are smiling, you know. Okay. All right, and then the last is the Nine of Pentacles. So she looks so happy, doesn't she, surrounded by all those things. Okay, so Virgo, we've been working, and we're going to keep working through the first 10 to 12 days of the month. We're planting a lot of seeds. Whatever we've got on the fire, we're just adding to it. If it's work, we're adding to it. If it's a love relationship, we're adding to it. If it's a relationship with someone in our family or a friendship, we're adding to it. We're getting seeds planted so that we can water and nurture them, which is pretty like normal for us around this time of year. Because we are the sign of the harvest, it means that we're constantly planting seeds to harvest over the summer. And so this is that time where we just go to work. Okay, we just go to work. If you know anything about Greek mythology, and now that I'm about to tell this story, I'm sure that I'm going to be wrong, but that's okay because I'm going to do it anyway. Demeter, if I'm not mistaken, was the goddess of the harvest. And she, am I speaking this correctly? You know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm cutting off the story. I'm moving forward. I believe it was Demeter. However, I may be wrong. I know that it was Persephone's mother. Let's just go with Persephone's mother. Persephone's mother was so devastated to lose her that she created the 4 seasons. And so she makes everything ice and cold for 6 months out of the year, and that will be through the winter and part of fall and part of spring. And it's until her daughter Persephone can come back from Hades, where she's been tricked to stay half of the year. And that is when, according to Greek mythology, the flowers bloom and food begins to grow and seeds begin to sprout, and it's because she's happy and she feels like she has her daughter back and she feels fully whole again. So we're planting those seeds at the beginning of the month. Sorry for the story. I tried. So we started with this Six of Pentacles at the beginning of the month, first 10 to 12 days. And then the second is the Moon. Now, in the African Tarot deck, it's a little bit different. I feel like in the traditional deck, the Moon tends to be more of like a quiet, sad place. But in this deck, it's actually more about just like having conversations, getting yourself out there, and like getting around people that you aren't always around all the time, or giving yourself the space to go into energies you might not always be around. Like it might not be with someone else. None of these cards are like a big social card, but I wouldn't be surprised if you go to new places, try new things, do something a little differently than you've been doing it, especially in the middle of the month of November. And then at the end of the month, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful card. It's almost like fruit of your labors, you know? Like things are starting to pay off. However, it's a lot to keep up with. And so I'm going to caution you on something right now. The abundance that's coming in, there's quite a bit of it. And this abundance is overwhelming for someone who normally can't juggle. Now, Virgo's pretty good at juggling, but what I will say is this could easily become a card of overwhelmed, or an overwhelming anxious feeling if you aren't careful because of the abundance. So you've been preparing for it, and you've been planting those seeds. Get yourself into some good energy through the middle of the month, and then you'll get this beautiful reward at the end of just like an abundance of everything that you've been waiting for, especially in terms of like stability, right? Like you'll feel stable in your relationships, you'll feel stable at work, you'll feel stable with your business, you'll feel stable with your relationships with your family, you'll feel stable with your relationship with your friends. You're just gonna feel like, okay. You do have a lot of earth energy here. And so that just means that like that hard work that earth signs are known for, that like I'm gonna hold myself down and I'm gonna make it happen and I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do and I'm gonna work hard for it, all of that is here, which just tells me this is definitely for Virgo. I want to pull an advice card for you and take a look at the advice for the month of November. So I'm going to shuffle on camera only because these cards and I have been around each other for a while and we have a much better energy connection just because it's been such a long time together. My African tarot is a little newer and it takes a while sometimes, depending. You have to let cards be cards, just like you have to let people be people. So this is for Virgo, November 2017 advice. Shuffle. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the card of sacrifice. And I'm not going to say this name because I'm sure that I will butcher it. But if I had to try, I think it might be Kuan Yin. Sacrifice. So, this is the Goddess Tarot deck. And so the names are a little different. Some of the meanings are just a little more feminine based. But I love this deck because I feel really strong when I look at it. So this woman is on cloud 9. She's got a child. She feels loved. She's wrapped in gold, meaning she's got a lot of value, as you can see. And she's flying between worlds. There's a moon and there's a sun in the sky, and she's trying to figure out what to let go of that's going to get her to that next place. All this means is we've got a lot of change going on around us within ourselves. We're moving towards the light. We're moving towards that that place that we know is meant for us, but we've got to let go of some things along the way. I will give myself as an example. I have been learning a lot about how blunt my mouth can be, if I'm being honest. And I am getting better at it and just like recognizing it. And not because I know that I'm not being mean, and I realize that like that's not who I am or where I'm coming from. But I do think that because Virgos are problem solvers and we have a lot of thoughts going on in our heads all the time, we can be matter of fact sometimes. And some people need a softer approach. And so if I'm gonna, when I'm thinking about other people, if I'm coming from a place of love, sometimes I have to do that. It means that I've got to sacrifice this like bluntness or this matter of factness that feels so comfortable for me, and I have to find a new balance so that I'm not making other people uncomfortable. So yours might be a little bit different, but that's an idea of what I mean by sacrifice. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to like hand over your child to get whatever it is you want. That's not what I mean at all. So recap: Six of Pentacles, then you have the Moon, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Work hard, enjoy the fruits of your labor, take a rest in the middle, and get around some good energy. That's all. That's all I have for you, Virgo. Yes, I just sang a little bit, and that's okay, as I soften my blow.